Da. We got saved because of all the Marada. Going to Melbourne with score 1-1 da. Travis Head and Steve Smith WTC finals flashbacks. We only believe in Jussie by game changer. Kohli and Rohit.
Hi, hello, namaste. Welcome back to Hit Cricket, your source for cricket analysis, commentary, and fun. Today I'm your host, Nanish, and you probably know the guy on the screen is our local cricket fanatic and a great singer. But today we'll be talking about the third test match of the BGT series that has just concluded. But it was full of rain, persistent rain, and bad light, which has like affected the gameplay and amount of overs to be bowled possible. I think we'll dive into the what happened in the third test match soon. But so Rahul, you want to get started by singing a song or saying something?
Yes. Adada Marada, Ada Marada. Result no chance, avlo Marada. We got saved because of all the Marada. Going to Melbourne with score 1-1 da. Travis Head and Steve Smith WTC finals flashbacks. We only believe in Jussie by game changer. Kohli and Rohit still out of form, what to do? But Mara came and saved us. Thank you very much, Rain Gods. Heading to Melbourne with a bit more confidence. That's basically the storyline of this test match. Just rain, 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 fully rain. And our boys almost managed to lose it despite having half the game curtailed. But I mean, the first thing that stands out to me about the test match was that resilient last wicket partnership. I know there's a lot more that happened in that short amount of time, like
Yes.
crazy stuff happened, but that last wicket partnership to Akashdeep and Jasprit Bumrah, that's what the Indian team represents, in my opinion. That grit and fight back to come back from any situation, and just like to win from anywhere. That's what this Indian team
Yeah,
has
we've
been
seen,
about to me.
we saw how in the dressing room how everyone was enjoying their both of their battings, especially when Akashdeep I think hit that four to avoid a
Yeah.
follow on. Everyone
Yeah.
was a little more happier than they
Yeah,
were
and then he
before.
smacked Pat Cummins out the ground. I mean, that was insane. Like,
Yeah, that was
boom,
a
boom, boom.
even great batters, the top order batters were not able to do that. So
I mean, that was insane. But yeah, like that just represents to me the character of this Indian team that seemed lacking throughout the whole test match. But to rescue that, like that's what this Indian team stands for me about. Like the rise in test match cricket under Kohli, like no game was lost at any point, and that showed me that grit and fight. That gives me confidence for the test series as a whole. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that, but we can go from the start.
yeah, so
So
like in the first innings itself for Australia, you seen how like I mean their score was 445 for like 10 wickets, but in if you go down the scorecard, you'll see how Steve Smith scored a like magnificent like century, and then Travis said, of course, he's always there for India.
every game, bruh.
And then even like there were small contributions from Australia's side, like Alex Carey 70, I mean Pat Cummins 20. Total, they all made up to like 445. It was a big, huge number, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like the first day we only got 14 overs and then it rained out. Second day was when Australia really built on top of it. And a lot of the credit should go to those top three of Australia, McSweeney, Kawaja, and Labuschagne, for batting through those initial 20, 30 overs. That is the hardest where the ball moves around because as we saw, after the initial overs, the batting became much easier and Travis Head and Steve Smith could both after they took their time to get in, they both started playing their shots and got more comfortable. And Steve Smith was very scratchy at the beginning. You know, a lot of beaten. He was beaten a lot. LBW appeals, edges, inside edges, outside edges. But he hung in there and fought it out so that he could cash in later on. And that's the quality of Steve Smith. And you know, we kept mentioning, don't count him out. He's a warrior. He's such a good player. He can come back at any time. And it's scary that he came back to form. And Travis Head, I mean, he just keeps hitting against India like every innings. I don't think we know how to get him out. It's honestly he is a bit scratchy in his first 10, 15 balls,
Yeah.
but he's in such good form and the time is right for him, I think. So he's just able to weather through it and he just absolutely spanks
I
us
think
once he gets through.
in this current period of time, I think he is the best batter for Australia going on like in this time frame.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he just comes in with that aura and confidence against India. Like if it's India, he just has that confidence he can hit because he's done it so many times.
Yeah,
So and with good form on his side as well, yeah, it's he's the one India needs to target mainly. And
yeah. Good.
no, yeah, but if you saw that innings, it was just Smith head and then carry towards the end. That's it. The other batters couldn't get themselves in. So what that says is
Just
it's a
the
tough
strike
pitch to
rotation.
start on. Yeah, exactly. And it's a tough pitch to start on. So if you can bowl well initially to the batters, you can definitely get them out. But once you get yourself in, you can score a lot of runs. And that's what Smith, Head, and Carey showed. And that's
Yeah,
what our batters failed to do in
yeah.
the
Okay, let's not like drool on the Australians batting. We can also see how our bowler, I mean, not our bowlers, one bowler did like carried whole India's bowling attack
yeah,
on his shoulders. 28 overs, 9 maidens, and 76 runs. And guess what? 6 wickets. Six
yeah.
wickets. He
Game
was like,
changer.
he game changer only, Jesse, I believe.
Yes. Yep.
No, but 6 wickets. I think he is like the bowler. Like there's no competition in that bowling lineup as of for now, at least.
I mean, he's the best bowler in world cricket at the moment.
Yeah,
In all formats, he's the best bowler in world cricket. I mean, everyone's just scared to play him. Like, see, Australians, I'm very sure they're coming out with an intent to just play him out and take on the other bowlers because let's be honest, the other bowlers aren't nearly as quality as Bumrah and they can get runs off them. But even though they have that intent, Bumrah's still able to pick up wickets, and that just shows what kind of world class he's and what kind of just space he's in at the moment. Like, to bowl 29 overs, like, and remember, he got cramps in the previous game as well. So, like, we don't know what his fitness levels are bowling this many overs, but he still gave his life for the team. And, Bumrah is just an out of this world bowler, and he's been proving it time and time again. And yeah, absolutely magnificent. And the other bowlers, there's no lack of effort. I mean, Akashdeep bowled brilliantly, but unfortunately just didn't get the wickets. He bowled
yeah.
outstandingly, beat the bat a lot, just unfortunate. Siraj had a niggle. Bumrah saying Siraj was injured, but he still gave his heart out for the team and continued bowling. So that kind of effort I really appreciate from all our fast bowlers. Jadeja got hit for a few runs, but I mean, it wasn't a pitch that was tailored for him, so
Spin, yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then we also seen Nitish Reddy take that wicket of Marnus Labuschagne.
I mean, Nitish Reddy is a talent for sure. The
Yeah,
batting and bowling, he chips away with wickets whenever needed. People sometimes think he can be someone who can they can take runs off, but he bowls at a decent pace as well and induces the false shot. So yeah, he definitely did a decent job as well as the fourth seamer.
yeah. I think that's it for like the Australia's first innings. And when we talk about India's first innings, we see how I mean like the top order failed miserably. I mean, Jaiswal fell early, and then
That's unfortunate dismissal.
yeah, and then KL stood in there. He batted a few balls and he
Magnificent.
scored a magnificent 84. And then Gill won, Kohli 3, Punt 9, single digits. Rohit was also single digit if he didn't get that 10. So almost there. But till then, there's no batter that we can, what do you call it? Say, oh, this guy is going to stand for us. Like
Yeah, I
like
mean,
we were all expecting Kohli to come back to form, Rohit to come. Like if they come back to form, that's when we can win Test match, basically.
absolutely. They're two stalwarts of the game, and you need them back in form. But Jason's dismissal is unfortunate. Shot that was there to be played, but just unfortunately played it in the air straight to Marsh. And yeah, Gil Kohli, I'm really disappointed in. Just to play outside that off stump when first 20, 30 overs is when the ball's swinging a lot, and it's really dangerous to play outside off stump. We saw Steve Smith keep leaving balls, taking his time before playing his shot. So I'm really disappointed. Gill just chasing after a wide one. It was a great catch, but still it was a poor shot to go chasing. And Kohli, how many times have we seen that? I'm a huge Kohli fan, but he just keeps chasing after balls outside off stump, and that was just they planned to get him out that way, and he just falls into the trap. Going for that cover drive again and edging it. Like if he took his time, just got his eye in 40, 50 balls, even if it was only 10 runs, 15 runs, then if he had his eye in, then he's nailing those drives for
Yeah,
sure once he gets in touch. So I'm
like
just disappointed with that.
we saw how K. Rahul just stuck in there, and he batted beautifully. If you see all his shot selections and stuff, it was like perfect.
Yeah, KL Rahul played an outstanding innings on that pitch with wickets falling from the other end to stick in there, grind there for an 84. That innings is better than a lot of other centuries. I mean, that was an outstanding knock. Saved us from the follow on, and potentially who knows what could happen if we had to follow on day three, day four itself. So, yeah, I mean, he deserved a century, but unfortunate, got a magnificent catch to
Yeah,
take it out.
let's go on to the other batters or lower batters. Jadeja, 77. I think that also is innings that we cannot forget. And
Absolutely.
Nitish Reddy, that was just that another Pat Cummins ball that just what do you call it? He dragged onto the stumps, and
Yeah,
then
it gave
we've seen
me
that before.
memories.
Flashbacks.
Yep, memories of 2023. But yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, I thought Jadeja and Nitish Reddy both played phenomenally well. And Jadeja had 50 on partnership with both KL and Nitish Reddy. Those were crucial in getting us close to avoiding the follow on. So Jadeja played outstandingly well to first grind there with KL and then play some shots when the tail came in. So I thought he played magnificently. Nitish Reddy did well to hang around. Uh, and then the tail, I mean, Siraj played a poor shot chasing outside off stump. It looked similar to Kohli's dismissal actually. And then, but the way Bumrah and Akashdeep hung around, I mentioned it earlier itself, but that just showed me the grit and courage of this Indian team that seemed lacking over the first 2 days and the previous test match as well. That ability to come back from any situation and to put up 40-run partnership against like the likes of Starc and Cummins. It helped that Hazelwood was not there also firing. Obviously, it's horrible that he sustained an injury, and we hope the best for him and he can come back stronger as soon as possible. But it helped them that Hazelwood wasn't bowling at full steam either. Otherwise, it could have been a completely different story. And yeah, the way the lower just fought along with Jadeja and then Akashdeep and Bumrah fighting it out looked magnificent, and that gives me a lot of confidence going into the next Test match in Melbourne.
yeah, greatly said. And then we that second innings was nothing but just rain and I mean, India did try its best to get all the wickets and tried to bat it out. Not bat it out, like chase a score, but we see how bad light and rain has. It was on day
Yeah.
five, I think. The game till went till day five,
Yep.
and
At least some Test match going to day five.
yeah, it was nothing but just fast going balls here and there, and then yeah,
Yeah,
out of
day
all
five. I mean,
this,
I was
yeah, good.
Australia just like I don't know what that innings did to them to be honest because the batters are just even lower in confidence. Like McSweeney, Kawaja, Labuschagne, they're just even lower in confidence that they couldn't get a score behind them. And like that just I feel boosts India more that they were able to pick up 7 wickets. It doesn't matter if they were going for shots or not. To have them 89 for seven, I feel gives India that confidence that they can do it in Melbourne as well.
Yeah,
So yeah, I think that last day was a very big positive for India and that just bit of confidence heading into the next test match.
yeah, correctly said. I think that's it for the third test match. I mean, we saw Hazel get injured, and also big news coming out of it is Ashwin retiring. We'll
Yeah,
make a separate video on that.
the absolute legend of
And
the game.
I think those two big news came out of that, and we hope we see Hazel will recover soon, and we'll talk about Ashwin's retirement.
Yes, we'll definitely be making a separate video for Ashwin's retirement very soon. What a legend of the game. We'll talk more then, but yeah.
Yeah, right. So, okay, that concludes our review for our third test match of Border Gavaskar Trophy. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you.
Thank you.